Hey everybody, Andy Beckman from the Studebaker National Museum here. Today we're going to look at some bargain basement motors, where Studebaker answered the question, what do you really need to get around? Sales were slow in 1957, so Studebaker introduced a new model in the spring of that year to help spur sales. They took a 57 Champion, stripped off all the bright work and any optional equipment, and introduced the Scotsman, a bargain basement automobile that sold for as low as $1,776. With the Scotsman, it wasn't what you could get, it was really what you couldn't get. As you can see, comparing the Scotsman on the right with the 58 Champion on the left, you didn't get bright work. You didn't get shiny metal hubcaps. The only chrome on the exterior was the little S on the hood and the bumpers. Inside, there were no armrests. The rear windows did not roll down on two-door sedan models, and the interior could be charitably described as Spartan. However, the Scotsman sold. Just over 20,000 examples were built during its two-year run, and a notable Scotsman owner was former First Lady Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt. In 1963, Studebaker once again faced flagging sales and went back to the Scotsman well one more time. This time it was called the Standard, and it was simply a stripped-down 1963 Studebaker Lark. Again, not quite as Spartan as the Scotsman, but still, there were very few creature comforts allowed. Although I think you actually got armrests on the Standard that year. It was a mid-year introduction and offered in the two-door sedan, four-door sedan, and four-door Wagonaire. Unlike the 57-58 Scotsman, you could get a whole host of options and accessories on the Standard models, including the Avanti supercharged engine. However, the Standard was not near the sales success, although it was not for lack of trying, as we can see by the following commercial.
Hey, what's going on? Where's everybody running to?
Oh, man, where have you been? They're announcing the new Studebaker car tonight.
Oh, good, buddy. They say it's going to be the hottest thing for 63.
It'll have to go some to beat the Studebaker I've got.
Say, wasn't that John Cameron Swayze?
It was and is, ladies and gentlemen, and a good evening to you. Tonight, real excitement here. The first sneak preview of a new car that meets even Studebaker standards for performance and quality. At a rock-bottom price that's got car buyers running into their Studebaker dealers for a look at the new 1963 Standard. It will set the standard for America's family-size cars. Now, in just a few minutes, we'll see the car, hear more about that low, low price. John Cameron Swayze, ladies and gentlemen, and I must tell you, the excitement here tonight is something to see. As a Studebaker owner for 3 years myself, I can understand why. You come to depend on the performance, the roominess, the sheer quality that Studebaker builds into all its cars. Well, tonight, we're going to see a car that has all this at an unbelievably low price. I have it right here, and frankly, when they told me, I couldn't believe my ears. I had to ask, is it a compact? They said,
Of course not. It's far too roomy.
well then, it's a big car.
It's far too convenient.
All this and Studebaker quality at a price for value that's unmatchable. Meet them, the new Studebaker Standard.
My, that's a good-looking car. It's so comfortable and roomy.
Yes, there's more headroom in this Standard than in any popular price car in the country.
Mr. Swayze, is this really as good as some of the big cars?
In my opinion, ma'am, much better.
And how much will it cost? My, that's incredible.
See your Studebaker dealer tomorrow for that incredible price on the all-new Standard, setting the standard for 1963 in price and quality.
Studebaker offered a bargain basement model again in 1964, this time called the Challenger. Shared much of the 63 Standard's DNA, and was also available with a host of optional equipment up to and including the Avanti supercharged engine. The Challenger model was only produced for a few months, as it was canceled when Studebaker shuttered the South Bend plant in December of 1963. For the rest of Studebaker's run, the Commander occupied the lowest rung on its model lineup, but never again did Studebaker offer a car quite as stripped down as the Scotsman, the Standard, or the Challenger.
The Lark Challenger is very well named, for it would be impossible to find a comparable car on the market so light on the pocketbook with so much heavy duty built in. This is the workhorse that takes all the work out of work. With its easy steering, easy braking, and easy acceleration. The Lark Challenger is made to last years longer at less cost and upkeep. It rides drivers in full-time comfort, gives them more headroom and legroom,